welcome everybody back to the channel. It's been, well, a few weeks since I last posted a video, and that's because, if anyone has picked it up on social media, that I've moved house. So my beautiful wooden triple garage is gone. I've left that behind and we've moved into a new house, new premises, and most importantly for this channel, a new fast and fun garage. And this video, I want to introduce that garage, or maybe I should say barn, to you. Some of the things that I absolutely adore and love, the quirky, rustic nature of it. But with that quirkiness comes a few negatives as well. And already, just a week into ownership, there's a few things that are just not quite right. Things I want to do, things I want to improve. And that's the whole nature of when you move house, really. So this video, let's take a tour. I'll show you the good, the bad, and the indifferent in the new Fast and Fun garage. It's Rich here with this week's video. So from the outside, this is what it looks like. It dates back a long time. Breeze block and metal corrugated cladding. Almost reminiscent of a sort of World War II hangar when you go into it. But it's a barn that has got the garage that I'll be using in the front, and then the other half she's got stabling and hay storage around the back as well, field shelter, etc. But for this video, for this channel, it's all about what's happening here in the garage. And this is it. So I've got an electric door, which is a little bit quirky at the moment, I shall say. Very old, not as modern as my previous garage. At times it's been catching, so I just think it's really problematic at the moment. I've got to get to know how to use it better. But it's got a full roller door, and you've got a lot of height as well, and that's a real benefit of this garage. And with height certainly comes the opportunity of things like 2-post, 4-post ramps, lifts. Wouldn't that be a great idea? But again, there's restrictions with that, which I'll talk about shortly. So this is it from the outside. Unlike the garage I left, this garage has got a pedestrian access through the side, through the stables as well, so which is actually quite useful. So let me take you inside and I'll show you some of the great things of this new garage. So as you come in here, you'll see I've managed to get 3 of the cars into the garage, so actually there's quite a lot of depth to it, and certainly you can get 2 cars side by side. But the first evident thing is this mezzanine level, which sits above the garage at the back half. That's the sort of the man cave up there to chill out, which we'll talk about. I'll show you that in a little bit. So size wise, I've managed just to get both the Clio and the Megane end to end just in. The Meg's got about a few inches to the roller shutter at the front, and there's the same between the cars, probably 6 inches, and the Clio's got about 6 inches at the back, so it's pretty much a tight squeeze. You've got the tooling there, plenty of space for tooling. The MX-5 actually could be moved a bit further over to the left, but I've not done that just yet because we've got still sorting stuff out. That's the remnants of all the boxes and stuff that actually all that stuff needs to be moved on to anyone else that's moving house. And the desk that in the new places, we haven't got the space for the desk and all the magazines and stuff like that. That's all going to stay here in the barn, so I can do all my YouTube prep and stuff like that here. For me, the highlight of the garage is this mezzanine level. We've just taken the old sofas there's no space in the new house, so we've just taken these. This is a crash pad. This is a man cave for us just to chill out, make a brew, have a beer, get some pictures and photos and posters up, and chill out and talk cars. It's a great hangout place. It's absolutely brilliant. The floor's a little bit squeaky, a little bit bouncy. I have checked, there's 3 very large metal RSJs underneath and beams, so I'm hoping it's not going to collapse on the cars below, or that'll make an interesting video. But it is for me it's the ultimate boys' cave, really. Absolutely fabulous area, but again, it's not without its faults, and one of the first ones is the roof. As you'll have noticed, it's made of this corrugated metal, which means on a day like today, 20 degrees, nice and warm outside, it is like an oven in here, because this metal, it's just acting like an oven. You can almost fry an egg on that roof, and I'm assuming that when it gets to the winter, it's going to be the inverse. It's going to act as a refrigerator. So I think we're going to get quite a few quite a bit of range of temperature in the garage because of this roof, but that's just what it is. There's nothing I can do about that. That's the construction, that's the way it was built, and yeah, it is very, very hot today. But what a great place. We don't really care about these sofas, so if you're working on the cars, we're chilling out, we've got oily overalls on, I'm not bothered. It gets dusty, I'm not bothered. It's just a chill out, rough and ready hangout place, beer, a cup of coffee, whatever you need. Let's talk about cars and let's enjoy yourself. So this for me was absolutely a really, really big selling point. Will I use it a lot? I don't know. I love it up here at the moment. Can still connect to the house Wi-Fi in here and just chill out up here with a brew. Absolutely love it. And it also gives you a perspective of the cars below that you normally don't see. Clearly the sheer size of the barn is its biggest positive, really, both in the ability to get cars end on end and side by side. I have measured it. I could at squeeze get 4 cars in here. It's also the height, and that height gives you the flexibility to do and to potentially put a 2 or 4 post a ramp in here. I need to live with the barn for 6 months to see what my views are. The problem is by putting a ramp in, although it would be great for the maintenance of the cars, it is just quite restrictive with regard to getting cars in and out if you've got posts in the way. But there's also quite a few worries and negatives. First of all is it watertight? That was my first concern when I bought the place. It was a real mess when I first saw it. Having cleaned it all out, having sorted it all out as best I can in this first week and had a good look at it, there's no visible water leaks anywhere, which is a real good, strong bonus. And that probably goes back because it's actually, although it was built many, many decades ago, it actually has been built pretty well and pretty securely. Lighting is a bit of an issue. There's only 3 lights up here, 3 strip lights. I've got 2 downstairs, 1 up above the mezzanine. It's adequate at best, but if you're wanting to do stuff in here, certainly during the winter months or in the evenings and at night, then good high-powered lights, and lots of them for me, is of paramount importance. There's nothing worse than working with something that's got poor lighting. So lighting is definitely on the cards, not just improving these strip lights, but actually I want more fitted, potentially in the corners maybe, to get some real light into here. So when you're working on suspension, brakes, discs, exhaust, stuff in and around the car, you've got loads and loads of light to make it easier, especially on the cold, dark winter months that will come in only a few more months' time. The other one is electric sockets, and it's like, oh, when they build these places, they just never seem to put enough electric sockets in. So there's a couple of doubles, and that's all I've got in the whole barn. Yes, it's not the end of the world. I will look at getting more sockets fitted. I certainly want more sockets fitted. I suppose 30, 40, 50 years ago when this was first built, there would have been no power here. You didn't need power other than for the roller blind. But obviously I've got cars plugged into trickle chargers. I want to power my laptop here. I want to charge my GoPro and my phone. And so there's so many electrical needs nowadays. So electric sockets, that's another one, the area that I want to certainly improve. So that's the main look at the barn, which is going to be core to the Fast and Fun channel. But luckily, I've also got a little bit more storage as well. So there is a certain car lurking down in another garage. And as if by magic, let's take you there now. And as if by magic, yes, I've got a double garage as well. This is for just storage. So not maintenance, I'm just going to park the cars in here, but this is extra space to put 2 of my cars in. Now at the moment, one I'm not opening because that's actually being leased by somebody that I've kept that lease running because I know the individual and he's got a very, very special road going race car that is as extreme as you can get for the road, loitering in there, sort of 1970s, 1980s, very special car that's going to feature on the channel in the next couple of months, and I'm not going to reveal any more than that at the moment. And in this side is my blue Blobeye STI. So there's not a lot to show in here, and the plans for this are quite limited. There's a really good void down the side of probably 4 or 5 foot actually. But I probably won't use it. This is just whitewashed. It's not particularly pretty to look at, the garage itself, but it serves its purpose. It's got some lighting here. This is, for me, is just going to be purely used as storage space. So I'm not bothered about lighting. I'm not bothered about electrics. There's a double socket at the end there for a trickle charger that I can use, and that's it really. There's plenty of space down the side to add stuff which I don't really need to. The only thing I'm not happy about is this, which is the floor, and you can see here how it's just concrete, it's dusty, there's this stuff that's been put on that's sort of flaking off, so I really need to sort out. I hate dusty concrete especially. It'll just cover the car in a film of rubbish, so I want to get something applied to the floor in here to remove all that concrete dust, and then it's pretty much a standard storage space. The walls, there's obviously damp in here because you can see how this is peeling off, so I probably need to do something with the walls as well. The worst part is in this corner here, so not particularly pretty to look at, but it's okay for storage. The roof is always the most important for me as well, places like this, and the roof looks in pretty good condition, to tell you the truth. It's just the outside just looks a little bit tired, but I've measured this up. This is not much narrower than my triple garage at the old house. Lighting, electrics, flooring, damp, there's all sorts of things I want to do, but also, and I'm going to take you on that, things that I do to the garage will be a stream of videos that I will do, and I'll take you on that journey over the next 6 to 12 months. But I've got a lot of cars packed in. So I've got a kit car that's coming on. I've got a new German high performance car that's coming on. I've got a heavily modified track prepared car that's coming on. I've got next door, I'm going to get that classic car that's as extreme as possible, but still road legal. There's a whole host of affordable cars. I'm going to do the Clio 182, ST, Fiesta ST, and VRS Fab shootout, that three-way. There's just so many videos I've got planned up and lined up, and I'm also trying to get on a very prestigious British GT car as well on the channel over the next couple of months. So much to do, as well as trying to get settled into the new house. But the plan is back to weekly videos, Oh, and not remembering that my boys also are doing a video when they're going to install coilovers on their Fabia VRS as well. So we've got modified cars coming on, we've got modern cars, we've got kit cars, we've got old cars, we've got new cars. I'm trying to bring massive wide content, anything to do with performance and sports cars. There we go. I hope you've enjoyed the nosy nature really of having a look around the new Fast and Fun garage. These are going to appear on many videos to come. And if you enjoy it, as always, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't done, and stay tuned. Another video next week. Thanks for watching.